if you've ever impulsively gone online and ordered some gold and silver bullion just because you thought the price was suddenly about to shoot up and then you instantly regretted it, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. So today, from the title of this video, you can see that we have something that is not from the Royal Mint for a change. I have acquired a United States Mint 2021 American Eagle 1 ounce silver proof coin. And if you're wondering what this little book is, this is where I keep all my username and passwords. It may be old school, but it can't ever be hacked. So, why did I buy this? Well, first of all, let's talk about where we are. The current 1 ounce silver bullion coin, Eagle, I think this design is about 106 years old, and it is yeah, it's a pretty good design, but obviously it hasn't been changed for a very long time. And I am no expert on American coins. I don't hardly have any in my collection, but I do quite like them, and this just popped up. And I thought that as it was an update, and I thought, I wouldn't mind getting hold of one of these because there may not be that many minted. Apparently it's 300,000, and it's just something a bit different. And the price was reasonable, and the silver price at the time seemed to be going in the right direction, although that's probably not too much of an influence, considering when you're buying something like this, which is kind of a numismatic collector's coin, you have to be prepared to you're going to pay a bit of a hefty premium. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about this coin, my thoughts on it, kind of review it. I'm going to compare it to other coins around the world and other proof packaged coins from like the Royal Mint, and just see what we think, really. So let's have a look at the packaging first of all. So it comes in this rather nice box, pretty good, nicely made. As I said, I don't know a lot about United States Mint, so it's very difficult to me to judge the quality of this product. I can only really compare it to items I've had that are similar from the Royal Mint, so I do apologise if I offend somebody and this is for whatever reason not up to their usual standards, or it's supposed to be the best thing since sliced bread. I don't know, but anyway, packaging is pretty good. I would say smart, elegant, reasonably impressive. Let's get on with it. You're probably saying, get the thing open, and we've got a nice little box. Nothing too exciting. It's got a Royal Mint logo. Goodness me, United States Mint emblem embossed into the box there. Sorry, it's not very well in focus. And let's have a look inside. So we have a certificate of authenticity. And we can have a look at that. So that's quite nice, pretty good quality. On the back there, got a statement certifying that this is what it is. So open it up inside. There we go. So we've got all the specifications, the technical side of it. See 1 troy ounce and a mint mark, the West Point Mint. Apparently there's a San Francisco Mint version, which is, from the brief research that I did, maybe more desirable. Like I say, I'm not an expert. I just picked them up because I saw them, I liked them, and it was something a bit different. So yes, we've got this nice COA, very good. And we have the coin. So let's try and get a nice close-up of that. Now, I must say this coin is very impressive. I do like it. I do think they seem to have upped their game with this. Let's take it out and have a look. Reverse and get it out without mangling it. Let's have a look. And this, I think, is where it really gets nice. To me, that's a very good design. It's just much more happening, isn't it? You know, if we compare it to the old design, here we go. It's just a bit static and boring. Well, obviously I know it's not a proof, but it's okay. But this just blows it out of the water. You know, it's much more dynamic. So this is essentially the Type 2. It's got a revised design. The back, the eagle carrying a oak branch, which is supposed to signify the strength of the United States. So the oak's obviously a symbol of strength generally in the world around. We compare, go back to this side, we can see, you know, we've got the same designs, but apologies, we can see that it's a much more enhanced image. And obviously this is a proof. It's just more, it looks more detailed. You know, I would expect it to be better. So that's very nice. It is very nice. And apparently on the side here, there's a security feature that I didn't know about. If we go around, so we're in a milled edge, there's a tiny little line. Oh, there it is there. You can just see there, I will point to it with my pinky, just there. And that's supposed to be a security feature, and on the edge of the standard, or the old 1 ounce eagle, it doesn't occur. So that little line is supposed to be a security edge, which is supposed to stop it from, make it much harder to be counterfeited. So yeah, so this is the 1 ounce 2021 Type 2 American Eagle 1 ounce proof coin in all its glory. And I'll just go back to this design again, because I think this side is very good. Now, I suppose what I want to come on to now is this coin, because obviously there's going to be a bullion version of this, does this coin match up to the other coins around the world? You know, I'm a bit of a Britannia maniac. Let's just look at a good old 1 ounce Britannia. You know, yep. And suddenly when you put them next to each other, although the Britannia is just a bullion coin, it's still, you know, it's tough, isn't it? I mean, for a bullion coin on the left, that's pretty damn good. I mean, you know, my instinct is still telling me that, you know, if this is obviously a better coin because it's a proof, but it's in its bullion state. I think the Britannia is a better coin. I think it's just better technically. You know, the security features better. I think the finish is better. I think it's just a better coin still. I still think they've got some way to go. We can compare it to some other coins. Panda. I mean, you know, it's kind of not really a, you could say, well, this is just pointless exercise because this is a 1 ounce proof coin, you know, and you're comparing it to bullion coins. I'm kind of just, it's whether overall this design, you know, I think the eagle, I think this Krug is just boring as hell. It just beats it shit out of it, you know. I mean, the Krugerrands, there's nothing wrong with the Krugerrand, but I'll never buy them in bulk. I just can't stand them. They just don't do it for me. And then we've got to say something like the Maple. I mean, that's more, you know, it's more on a technical side, closer to the Britannia in terms of security features and the finish. But, you know, it's just okay. I really like this eagle design. I think it's good. I think it's more interesting. So yeah, I mean, it's just my pondering thoughts really on whether You know, what do you think? Do you think this is good, bad? I'm just going to bring out a list of something else I was going to talk about. Yeah. So my strategy now, I actually bought 2 of these. So I kind of got a strategy now where anything like numismatic, or I'm going to buy a collector's piece, if I can afford it and the opportunity is there and the price is going to be better, then I'm trying to get 2 of each one. Because I want one to be able to hold for the long, and I want one to sort of, I want to feel that I can move one on if I need to. Which you could say maybe that's a flawed strategy, but you know what it's like? I tell you why that is because what's happened sometimes is I've had a coin and I've kind of got rid of it because the price was good and there was interest, and then I instantly regretted it, like about 3 years later, and I was like, oh god, that coin would have been worth double now. It would have been worth, 3 times, 4 times what I sold it for. So if I think it's good and I've made a reasonable decision, I want to have 2. So yeah, I was going to compare it to a raw mint. I've just picked out something, and this is probably not a great example really. I mean, just comparing it kind of like for like, the quality. I think, let's just go back, I don't know why I put this away. I just think the raw mint, it's just, the box is better quality, the booklet's better quality, there's a bit more to it, a bit more thought and depth. I still feel like this is a bit, banged out in a couple of hours on Friday afternoon. I know, probably going to say to me, well, it is what it is, but these coins are comparable price. They're the same sort of market, aimed at a collector. You're paying a premium. I think the box on the raw mint box just blows the Type-2 box away. This is a good box. It's okay, but it's when you have this box, you suddenly realise how bad that box is, and just the subtleties, the little thing, where the way it's just in here. The thickness of this card is just better quality. Is the coin itself better finished? It's debatable. I think, probably comparable. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold. I'm sniffing. I know this is a colorized coin. I probably think this coin is a good proof. It's good. It's good. Would I be happy? I suppose possibly you could say one gripe would be that the overall packaging is not quite as good. The whole overall experience and product is just a little bit flat and sort of mass produced, where when you buy these coins from the raw mint, you feel like you're getting something a bit more just a bit more special. Doesn't go in there, does it? So yeah, I just wanted to kind of just compare that. I don't think it's going to really detract massively from this coin. If it's still a nice coin, at the end of the day, it's the coin we probably care most about. And I think this is a really nice coin. So I just really, I just wanted to have a comparison there, so you could just see, because you may not have know what other mints produce in terms of their collected coins. So let's talk about silver price. Yeah, so it is on the up. So it has been sideways for a long time, and then we hit that kind of, had that sell-off and a bit of panic in sort of mid-September, and we've recovered from that, and it then dropped again just before beginning of October, and then there was a strong buy right at the beginning of October, went sideways for a couple of weeks, and now suddenly $22.50, it's found a lot of support. And I think I look back in June last year, and that was where there was a tremendous support at, you know, between $17 and $19, and really there was no way. I mean, really, as soon as it got to sort of around $21.50, $21.50, it just went boom, and we're back up now to $24.50, I think, at the moment, the time I'm making this. So is this the big, you know, are we going to see $30 silver? I mean, the people that I listen to and talk to who do similar things to me are looking at $35 silver within 12 months. You know, there's some people really bullish, $100 silver. You know, within 2 years, there's not enough silver to do all this Green Deal, eco cars, solar. There's just not enough silver out there. It's all being manipulated because obviously there's more paper money than there is physical silver on the planet. It can't be, there's, you know, some people saying silver can't be mined quick enough. There's only a few actual mines in the world that really produce silver in any quantity. And it's all coming down the line, you know, it's just going to hit everyone that we need this silver. Same with copper, you know, all these precious metals and base metals are just going to go through the roof at any moment, you know. But then, you know, yeah, so, you know, gold is having a little run back over 18. I mean, it's, you know, it's still nothing, people are still down. Now, the big elephant in the room is crypto. Because obviously Bitcoin, if you don't know, has hit its all-time high. I think again this evening, I think it hit it hit $66,000, and it's back up to about 63,000. So a bit of a sell-off, I think. And there was a Bitcoin ETF that came out. So basically, we don't know what that means. It allows people to buy Bitcoin traded as a paper. They don't actually have to have a wallet. And the reason Bitcoin's got so popular is because it allows, you know, institutional people who are risk averse in terms of they don't want to own crypto wallets, they don't want to go on exchanges, they don't want to have cold storage, they don't want to go on Coinbase and all the rest of it and risk all that. All they want is some Bitcoin in their portfolio, and they can now do that without having to do any of what I've just talked about. And that is why we think there's a lot of bullish sentiment around crypto at the moment. Now, what I want to say is that I'm going to be making another video quite soon about how I need to change the channel slightly in terms of what I cover, and I'm going to come on to that in the next video. It's going to be quite important news, really. But my point is, I think some of this, the crypto side of it has taken a bit of thunder from the precious metals, and with the Bitcoin ETF and Bitcoin hitting all-time highs. But I do think institutional attention is moving back towards silver and gold. I just looking at the patterns and the charts and the volumes being bought by countries, and I think it's coming. Now the question is this the one? Is this the run where it's all going to go, you know, 28 silver, 30 silver, then 50 silver? Because obviously it is a bit depressing being into silver, the fact that it's not even hit $50, and you know, all this stuff's happened. It's like a war we've been through with COVID, you know, and inflation is insane. It's 5.4%. You know, it's been 5.4% twice, 5.2% in the US. I'm talking about now 5.4, and they're saying it's just transitory. You know, you look in the shops, everything's up. Your money, you know, all the fundamentals say that inflation is not transitory and it's going to be here to stay. And it's really probably about 8 or 9%. And based on that, you know, given that precious metals like gold, silver are a hedge again, you know, a good investment and known to be a hedge, that you would be thinking that they should be going through the roof. And why aren't they? And it's been hard. It's been a very hard time. That, you know, I just want to say a few things. I mean, I'm trying to get ranting. I think I'm trying to inspire people that, yeah, I have thought a lot about selling some of my silver. I've been collecting silver for, I don't know, 6 or 7 years properly, and you know, when it goes to $21 and you've paid $28, I mean, these things here, I mean, they're premium things anyway, but you know, I've been murdered on the, you know, the spot price wasn't good at the time, especially when you're buying these things in bulk and the bullion. And I have bought some more bullion recently, which I'll make another video. While it was I got it at about $23, which was okay, but I should have pulled the trigger at $21.50. But you know, it's still better than pulling the trigger at 28. So 23, 24 is okay. It's still okay, I think. But my point is that you're not alone. You know, it's hard. It's really hard to sit on the sidelines and see things you've paid for, I think, just go down in value sometimes. And, you know, there's no shame in selling off some stuff if you feel, you know, I think you need the funds, or, you know, you think you can get a reasonable price for it. Because that's just the way it is, you know. You know, sometimes in life you got to do what you got to do. But I think, you know, anybody who collects silver, we all want to see the price continually go up in an exponential curve and it all be wonderful. But, you know, that hasn't happened, and it's kind of confusing because all the fundamentals you would have thought, you know, would have pointed to this silver. You know, why is it just not? It's kind of, they're saying it's decoupled itself from gold in some ways, and it's trading differently. You know, it's just difficult to really know whether that's true, because silver obviously historically follows gold, and when it lags it, and then when it does go, it goes like it's insane. You know, it will move stupidly, you know, 10%, you know, and that hasn't happened. So it's still not a bad price. It's still okay. I mean, $24.50 is not like the end of the world, you know. We're still up. I think it's still up like 20% from what it was. It's still outperformed lots of other assets. Gold and silver has smashed other assets into the ground in performance. So, you know, we have to bear that in mind. It's just, I suppose my point is, it's just, it is difficult when it seems like it's just continually, you know, stagnant sometimes. And you've put your good hard-earned money into it, and you just think, oh God, this is it, you know. But as I say, trying to be long-term, and so a strategy will be to buy a couple of bits and see whether we can move some of these things on some time in the future if the price is right, and then keep one for the long term, or keep it all for the long term, you know. So you may have a strategy like that. I don't know whether you're going to keep your stuff for 10 years, 20 years, sell it all off along the way, or whatever. Let me know what you're planning to do with your silver stack, you know. Sometimes you look at your stack and you think, God, you know, you get it out occasionally. Everyone must do it. You look at it and you sometimes think, bloody hell, I could just shift all this in now and have a really nice little payoff and get on with something else, you know. But then you sort of close the lid or whatever, put it back in storage, and then walk away and, you know, come back to it 6 months later and think, thank God I didn't do it, you know. I think that's just, it's a really good sign of willpower, that we can just keep stacking, keep going, because I think it will win through in the end. It's just kind of tough time at the moment. Anyway, so thank you for listening to me rant on about silver, and I hope you found this interesting. One more quick look at this before we wrap up. And like I say, next couple of videos going to be something interesting. Let's see if we can get this out without destroying the box. I do like that design, I must say. I'm very, very fond of that. And yeah, so have a good week, and I'm going to try and get some more videos out regularly. I've got some more silver coming, I've got some gold coming, I've got a really interesting gold purchase coming. Well, that's not true, coming like in the pipeline, very interesting. If it turns out, it'll be the biggest amount of gold I've ever bought, and it's quite a scary amount of money for me to put into this. It's dependent on a few things, so if that comes true, that'll be a really good video. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling and I'll leave you to it, and like I say, have a great week, and give us a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you soon.